What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today we're going to take a look at the vendor weapons. All the vendor weapons after update 2.2 got a reroll, so they all have brand new perks available if you buy them from the vendors. Now I'm going to take a look at the best weapons available for the Crucible. So if you're big on Crucible play, these are going to be the best weapons you can buy from the vendors to have the maximum amount of success. In the past, the vendor rolls on weapons haven't been all that great for Crucible play, but this has changed with update 2.2. Even though the weapons have remained the same from the Taken King release, these weapon rolls, some of them are downright godlike. So let's start off with auto rifles. The first weapon we're going to take a look at is the Deal Breaker. This is an auto rifle available from the Crucible Quartermaster, and it's got an amazing roll. Now, this is a high impact auto rifle, which recently got a buff and is actually much more usable in Crucible play. This one comes with crowd control, counterbalance, and brace frame, which makes hitting those headshots, which is essential with this type of auto rifle, much easier. This is an automatic pickup. Over at New Monarchy, we see the Righteous 7, a mid-rate of fire archetype auto rifle. This one stands out because it's got perfect balance, lightweight, reinforced barrel, and counterbalance. So again, hitting those headshots is going to be much easier because of that increased stability from those perks. This is a very good weapon. It was a very good weapon last time. It's even better this time around. Next, let's take a look at some of the pulse rifles. The Villainy from the Future War Cult, I'll be honest with you, I let out a squeal when I saw this roll. Headseeker, perfect balance, glass half full. We got 2 damage perks plus perfect balance to nearly max out that stability. This is going to be a very strong roll. If you like Nerwin's Mercy, you're really going to like this weapon as well. The Hawksaw also got a near perfect roll from the Crucible Quartermaster. This one really maxes out the stability here. It's got fitted stock, counterbalance, and a choice between single point sling and small bore. This thing is going to be an absolute beast. If you weren't lucky enough to get a perfectly rolled Hawksaw before, this one is really going to be kind to you. The Vanguard Quartermaster has a really interesting role with the Apple of Discord this time around. This one's got Headseeker, counterbalance, and a choice between snapshot and hand loaded. This is going to be a very strong Hake type pulse rifle. Obviously, these things fire 4 shots instead of 3 shots per burst, and I think this is going to be a really fun weapon to use. Next up, we're going to move along to scout rifles, and there was only really one scout rifle that I thought was strong for PvP, and oddly enough, it's the Hung Jury. So this was obviously the big PvE weapon that was available last time around, but now it's got a pretty decent PvP roll on it. Life support, single point sling, and third eye make it strong. It's probably not going to replace your Mida multi-tool, but it's definitely a strong option for the Crucible. For hand cannons, we just don't have any god rolls out there. The Future War Cult's The Vanity is the closest to an acceptable roll that I would go for hand cannons. It's not a god roll by any means, but it's pretty good. It's got third eye on it, extended mag, or rifled barrel. Rifled barrel is where you're going to want to go with this thing, and life support. The biggest problem with these things is range. Rifled barrel does help out with range. Life support will help keep you alive. Third eye will help you keep aware of what's going on around you. I'd definitely be looking for a stronger roll in the future on drops, but if you absolutely need a new hand cannon, this will do. With update 2.2, fusion rifles got a major stability buff, and there are 2 very interesting fusion rifles. The first one is the Vacancy from the Future War Cult. This thing has an amazing roll on it. It's got the Torch SH2 sight, which will improve your aim assist. It's got Hot Swap, again, improving your aim assist. Braced frame for more stability, and Rangefinder for more range. I have used this thing. I can tell you firsthand, it is very good, very fun to use, and it looks fantastic. The Hitchhiker FR4 is another very interesting fusion rifle, this time from Dead Orbit. This is a high impact archetype weapon, so The charge rate is going to be a little bit slower, but if you do land those shots, it's going to be a little bit more reliable to get that kill. This one's got Hidden Hand, Brace Frame, and Hot Swap. So we got 2 perks that are going to improve your aim assist, and we got Brace Frame to improve that stability. Again, it is a slower charge rate weapon, so it may be a little bit harder to use, but if you get that shot off, you're very likely to get the kill. For sidearms this time around, we've got one that's very interesting, the Conviction 2. This one's got the Rangefinder perk, Spray and Play, and Appended Mag. That Rangefinder perk is absolutely essential, in my opinion, on sidearms. This is a very good roll. This is that faster fire rate archetype, so if you're used to the Havoc Pigeon, you're probably going to want to stick with your old one. But if you've been looking at one of these, having a Rangefinder on this thing is very good. Spray and Play doesn't hurt either. Heavy machine guns did get a pretty significant nerf in Update 2.2, but there are 2 really good rolls available from the tower vendors. The first one is the Objection 4 from New Monarchy. This one's going to have Counterbalance, Small Bore, Rangefinder, and a 35-round mag, so it's going to be very stable. It's going to be able to reach out and get kills from very far away with Rangefinder. It's just going to be a solid choice overall. Next up, from the Crucible Quartermaster, we have Ruin Wake. Now, this has an almost identical roll as the Objection 4. Counterbalance, high caliber rounds, brace frame, armor piercing rounds, rangefinder. So you can almost just go on cosmetic preference here. And that's gonna pretty much do it for the standout weapons this time around. You might be asking yourself, hey Briar, you didn't mention shotguns, you didn't mention snipers, and you didn't mention rocket launchers, and there's a good reason for that. None of those weapon types have excellent rolls. Shotguns have a decent roll with the conspiracy theory. It's not as good as the one that you can just pick up as a quest reward from playing the game. Snipers, there's a decent one over at New Monarchy. It's the Antinomy, but it's not great. It can res snipe. It has a fast rate of fire, but the perks aren't very exciting. And there's frankly no good rocket launchers available. If you want a good rocket launcher, you're just going to have to hope that you get one with grenades and horseshoes as a drop, because there's nothing available right now from any of the vendors. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys if you know of a good vendor roll weapon that's perfect for Crucible play that I missed in this video. Put it down in the comments below. Share your knowledge with the community. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.